Okay, so there was one incident where the bride. So I was doing the bride's makeup, but then the person that booked me was not the bride, it was the event planner that basically booked me for this job.
Right, okay.
So
you'd met the bride before the wedding?
No. The first time I met her was literally on the day.
Shit.
Yeah, that was the first time I met her.
Don't do that, please.
Yeah. That was the first time I met her, but then the event planner, me and her were like, you know, talking back and forth. She was on the book to me, and she was basically the middleman. So we realized later on that there was just like a lot of lies that the bride was basically giving. Like, she was trying to present herself as this wealthy kind of rich person, but when it came to the day, there was just a lot that happened, to the point where the event planner and the bride almost got in a physical fight. Like, I was literally in the middle of doing her makeup, and then all I see is the event planner all I see is the event planner just totally flipped and went this close to the bride's face and was shouting at her, and the bride was also shouting back at her. So I was just like my mouth was just like here. So we waited like 30 minutes.
Were you doing her makeup when this was happening?
No, because she stood up by this time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you're like, brush this down, girls.
Yeah, I was just like,
So you'd finished the makeup?
No, we hadn't.
Hadn't started?
Yeah, there were so many things happening, and we were all finding it out on the actual day.
Right.
And it was just so messy. And I think I said to myself, never in my life am I going to put myself in a situation like this ever again.
What happened in the end?
What happened in the end?
How many police cars were there?
Well, no, they didn't threaten them to call the police. But what happened in the end? They eventually got married, but then I feel like a lot of the vendors, like, you know, weren't paid.
Welcome to Wedding Mayhem. You do cat noises. Why are you doing cat noises?
You did it.
I didn't.
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
I'm just about to do it and she's gone, meow. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you've had a good week.
I just mean that you do that.
Because they haven't seen us for a week.
I know, but you've made it out that we've popped out for 5 minutes.
So have I?
Back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, welcome back. How's your week been?
Great, yours?
Yeah.
Well, let's get in on our journey, shall we? We literally got in the car. It was like in such a rush from the school run. And got in and she's like bombing it.
She was late. She was 20 minutes late. Had a nice conversation with your sister.
Yeah, she turned up.
Yeah.
But you turn up early. So
I wasn't
sometimes
early.
my child's not even in the class when you're there. So I literally cannot control the getting back from school. Anywho, what was I going to say? Yeah, so all the windows are down and she's bombing it and like hair's going everywhere. And I was like, can we wind the window up? And you were like, not too much because there's bees. She's got bees, you know, everywhere.
So yeah, we'll talk about this another time. But I've had to relocate I've had to relocate my bees from an apiary to another apiary because they were being stolen.
I can't believe people steal
and you can
bees.
only do it at night, and unfortunately I've got a few Klingons. So and I did check the van before getting into it this morning. One flew out at me, but then I checked it and they were nowhere to be seen. But they're obviously hidden somewhere. So we're like driving along and something.
Honestly.
Georgia went, please film it while I see Lauren's reaction. I went, I'm driving.
Oh, I've got a Sharonism, I think we need to call them, or Shazism. Oh, can't say that. Shazism. When we were in the shop on Saturday, and what a bloody day.
Manic.
What a night that was.
What is it going to the night? Yeah, manic.
And I was saying, oh, you could get some like buttons put all down the back, like pearls, and Sharon went, yes, you can get diamantes.
Did you remember that?
Diamantes. Yeah, I'll put it on my phone.
What is it?
Diamantes. It
Diamantes.
is, isn't it? Diamantes.
Oh,
No, you know when your question. No, but you went diamantes, like you know, like you say decanter. You were like demanters or something. It was so bad.
They knew what it meant.
Brilliant, but as soon as I said it, the bride and her mum were like, ah!
They were paying their pants. I thought we would do a question from the audience. Should we do that?
Oh, God, that's like an Ursula from Little Mermaid. Love.
Is off-white acceptable for my best friend's wedding?
No.
From Mia.
No, Mia.
Yeah, I mean it's
like you like.
But off-white is the cream.
Yeah. What are our dresses? Ivory, creamy.
Yeah, well, not. I think she means like yellowy cream. Maybe
No.
I remember
Stay
her
away.
writing this, and because it is a huge debate out there, and you know, and I don't think it's helped with Cannes Festival, where they've done a big thing now because everybody turned up in white.
Right.
And you know, it's like white's acceptable now to parties and events and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but not to someone's wedding.
Yeah, and I think that's it. If an event is an event, a wedding is not an event.
Yeah.
Is it? It's a wedding.
Yeah, no, just stay away from it. It's one day of the year. You
Yeah.
can't wear it. Depending on how many weddings you got to go to, but yeah, no.
What about a little bit of white, like a blazer?
Yeah, but then when you're sat down at a table with
Yeah,
the bride,
that's
and
true.
white. Yeah.
That's true.
No, I'm not.
What about multicoloured dresses that have white in them?
Well, yeah, that's fine because
What if the predominant colour is white?
I don't know. You'd have to show me snaps.
Yeah, so like it's predominantly white with
But then
little,
it's got all like
tiny
pink and
little
blue flowers on it. or
tiny little
something.
flowers on it.
No, you'd have to have some big bold colours on it to
Yeah,
make it acceptable.
So yeah, no white. What about a white?
How many variations are we going to do? What about a what?
What about white socks? No. What about a white fascinator or an ivy fascinator?
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that.
But would the bride? Maybe the bride's turning up in like, you know, a fascinator. That how do we wearing tiaras now? Do they? They could have like, you know, like the top hats with the tulle and the netting.
I saw a
coming down.
wedding recently, and all the bridesmaids had fascinators on.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
So you where does the rule stop?
Yeah.
Where does it start?
Where do the questions end?
Do you want to do one?
Yeah.
So no is the answer to that question.
Oh, what's the... It's very neat, tiny writing. What's the latest trend in wedding dresses? Are traditional styles still in date? Well, yeah.
Yeah.
The plain satin never dies.
I don't think there is.
I think the lace changes.
The lace changes, yeah.
And the bling, I think.
Yeah.
Bling placement. You'll find like a lot of, like when I first started, a lot of the dresses had like the diamante belts on, and now they're not really.
Yeah, and I think,
them.
you know, I mean, we've been there 22, 23 years now, and I'm seeing dresses coming back now that I had back when I first started. So I don't think they ever date. I think the fashion industry does have a say in it regarding styles and stuff like that. And obviously celebrity weddings, you know, when those weddings are out, they'll be like, oh, that's on trend.
Everyone will go for that, yeah.
But we're a multi-shop, so we literally have everything. So but I think you're right. I think the fabrics, you know, you say satin, we've now got that lovely like velvet satin.
Is it velvet satin?
It's like a velvet satin, but it's really light. So
it's literally like pure, like silky that you'd want to lay in.
Well, you wouldn't wear satin in the summer because you can really sweat. And Mikado in the summer, you know, it's like a hot, you know, like a hot box, you know. But I think now with the lighter satins, you can definitely get that look and get that feel.
And the latest trend is the flowers.
Oh,
the coloured flowers. So maybe not with the wedding guests wearing flowers.
Yeah.
With an ivory base.
We haven't put those in any order whatsoever.
No.
But that's actually quite right, because then, so if a bride is turning out, I saw a beautiful wedding on a reel, and they were in like a vintage, and it was flowers. It was like very Bridgerton, that sort of thing.
I think I saw that. It was all on the train.
Yes. Yeah. And
colours on dresses now is like a big thing.
Yeah. So steer clear of white, because you might end up looking like a bridesmaid.
Mm.
You know, if they've gone for the flowers and stuff like that. So flowers are definitely big in, and actually the big bold flowers are in, as well as the little
lot of 3D.
Yeah, a lot of 3D
things.
flowers.
Yeah.
Good. Are we going to introduce our guest?
Yeah. Go on then.
You go on then.
No, you go on then.
You do it.
Go on then.
You do it.
You go on then.
I'll do
You're going to
it.
pronounce the name wrong, aren't you?
Welcome.
Hi.
Go on.
You tell us who you are.
Oh, Sharon, you can do it.
Hi everyone.
Christiana.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
You put those doubts in my head.
I've not put net. I was encouraging you.
to do it wrong.
No, I wasn't.
Let's have a poll.
Yeah.
Welcome to Wedding Mayhem.
Thank you.
I told you it was Mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for coming in at very short notice.
It's alright.
You
Thank you
know,
for having me.
so I feel I know you already.
I know, like when we're talking
I know,
on
we'll chat.
She will be in your life forever now.
Listen, come, I need some joy in my life.
She wants me.
Oh God, you
Not
won't
you.
after a week.
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
You're even more cuter in real life than you are on Messenger. So you are a makeup artist.
Yes, I am.
And
Do you know what the term is?
MUA?
Oh my God.
What is MUA?
Oh my God.
It's the new trend of makeup
It's that
artists.
funny, I can't even laugh. MUA.
Yeah.
I've done it on purpose.
No, you didn't. Like,
It's fine, don't worry. At least you know for now.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
I would say professionally, maybe 7 years. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And how did you get into it?
So there was one day where
Right, hang on. Need me coffee.
Yeah, get a coffee. So there was one day where my church, during that period, like quite a few people were getting married. So it was our first wedding and we were all excited that, oh my gosh, like someone's getting married in the church, and everyone wanted to look nice for this wedding. So I was like, oh, I want to look nice, but at that time I didn't know nothing about makeup.
Were you into makeup?
No, I wasn't. Look,
Oh.
When I say I was not into makeup, because years ago, like I was very I wasn't as confident like in myself, I would say that. So just putting simple things as like, you know, Vaseline on my lips, I would be like, oh, that's too much.
Yeah.
That's literally
Yeah,
what it was.
me,
That's too much, like, you know, on my face. So I would wear the Vaseline from my house to the bus stop, which is like a 2-minute walk,
Yeah.
and then take it off and then get on the bus. So that's how bad it was. And then so I was just like, oh, I want to look nice for this wedding because everyone's going to look nice. We've got a dress made. So my friend, she's a makeup artist. And I was just like, oh, can you do my makeup for me? And she's like, yeah. So I went to her house and she did my makeup. And I was just like, oh, I really love how I look with this makeup on. Like, I really, really do love it. And then I noticed that in the church, like, more and more people kept on getting married. And I was just like, oh, I don't want to keep on having to book, you know, someone to do my makeup. I thought, like, I can actually sit down and learn this thing myself.
Right.
So that's literally when I went on this journey. And I was just like,
how did you learn?
YouTube?
YouTube and just practicing on friends. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's how I
wow.
learned. Yeah, that's honestly how I learn or teach myself things. Like I just go on like online also,
Yeah.
or I watch someone else do it, and then I take what I've learned and apply it to an actual human.
Fantastic.
Did you do any courses or anything?
No, I didn't. No,
Oh my God,
self-taught.
so that is brilliant.
Self-taught.
See?
So
Yeah.
like the same with like, you know, graphic design as well.
Yeah.
Everything is self-taught. Where I just go on there. I'm just like, okay, cool. Let me break it down. Okay, this is how you do eyebrows. This is how you do
Yeah.
eyelashes, or this is how you do. You know, it wasn't an easy journey.
So you're like a sponge, you just
Oh,
take
but yeah,
up all that
yeah.
stuff.
You're so lucky these days that we've got YouTube and stuff like that. How did you learn how to do makeup?
My mum.
Your mum, yeah. My mum
Yeah.
taught me. I learnt on a Girls' World.
Mum would never leave the house without makeup.
Do you know about Girls' World? I think
Yeah,
they still
weren't
have
they
them.
the heads?
The heads.
Yeah, we've got.
Do
Elsie
you
Ray's got
have?
one
No,
at
no,
home.
you don't.
Yeah, but it was like a big Barbie head. So you'd style their hair,
Yeah.
and you get to do their makeup. They still have them.
They
now.
still
My little
have them
girl's
there.
got one. She's got
And
like
I literally, my mum bought me one, and because she was really into her makeup. Mum's Indian. Sorry, was Indian, and so she thought, you know, she really wanted a girly girl. Well, I was the girl that was down the bottom of the garden pulling legs off spiders and stuff like that. So I really wasn't into it. But she bought me.
There's no like animal protection
Literally.
people.
So she bought me a Girls' World thinking that she would girlify me, and I changed this Girls' World into a punk rocker.
Oh my God.
I cut its hair off.
Oh God.
Applied the makeup, and that was it. That was my experience
With
into
your
makeup.
fingers.
With my fingers, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a very interesting experience. But you know, at least now your makeup looks nice, you know, it works for you, and you
Oh
know,
no, I am the girl that literally puts her makeup on in the car with her fingers.
That's literally
Yeah,
like,
so we don't like them. Yes.
That's perfectly
sort that
fine, but
out.
the fingers one we need to it's fine, don't worry. Whatever works for you.
but not the fingers.
Yeah, besides that
I am
part,
literally like that.
No.
And
like,
it
Have you
shows
got brushes?
somewhere.
Oh, maybe I'll get you some for
yeah,
Christmas.
Please, yeah, Christmas.
My birthday's in a couple of weeks.
Oh, it's a bit short notice. No, I'm joking.
Watch your stuff when you go out, count it. You know, like.
My eyes on you.
Put a little
So
palette under
what
my
were you
arm.
doing before you decided to do makeup?
Oh, that's a very good question. What was I actually doing? You know what? Well, this was like 7-8 years ago. I was in and out of like jobs, like in terms of, because I was also like studying as well during that time. So I was doing, waitressing kind of jobs. So that's what I was doing.
What kind of jobs were you doing?
Like waitressing?
Yeah, all right. Did you say you were a graphic designer?
Yeah, but then that one is like self-employed, so it's similar
Wow.
to like the makeup. So it wasn't like an actual contracted like full-time.
Yeah, but
9 to
graphic
5.
design to
I know.
makeup.
I know.
It's a big switch.
Mhm.
I don't know. There's probably a lot of similarities to it.
Especially you've got to be quite arty.
Yeah.
I know, but it actually works in my favor because, like, with graphic design for weddings, like, people also need like graphics done, so it's kind of like
Oh, wow.
hand in hand, job. So I was just like, it's a win-win situation.
Oh my god!
brilliant.
So you learned how to do makeup. How did you launch yourself as a makeup artist?
Oh, I just went on Instagram and I just said, "Hi guys, I'm doing makeup now, and yeah, please book me." I literally created a flyer back then. It was a nice white and pink one. I put all the services down, the prices, posted it on Instagram, posted it on Facebook, and then as I was doing my friend's makeup and I was doing my friend's makeup, they would recommend me to other people.
Wow.
And then that's how I started to build myself up by just posting on social media and word of mouth.
Did you get to do them weddings in the church that were coming up?
That's a very good question. Let me try to remember. Did I do any brides? I think at that, no, I did not do any brides, but I did do some people's makeup like within the church.
Yeah.
But I don't think I did any bride.
Oh, that's good though, because I think when you do one person's, then it's just word of mouth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly. Word of mouth is very, very powerful.
It is really powerful. It's,
Very, very
it's,
powerful.
it's important. So you've been doing 7 years. Is there a particular, field that you like doing? A particular style of makeup that you like doing?
That's a very good question. I like, there's not a particular one, but if I had to choose, I definitely love a full glam. I know, like, in this day and age, everyone loves the whole soft glam.
What do we?
No, full glam.
Yeah.
It's like, so it basically, I've seen it a lot where girls are like, because I know a few makeup artists, and they'll be like, "Oh, I just want really natural," and then they'll be like, "They're all done," and they're like, "What?"
Yeah.
They want full glam.
Damn.
Yeah. I literally want to be covered in makeup on my wedding day.
Yep. I don't want to look I don't want to look like me. Okay, I look like a different person.
Yeah.
So you want to like a complete makeup?
Okay, not a complete, like, you can still recognize me, but I just want it to be like more dramatic.
Like you've had about 50 filters put on your face. That's
Basically.
what I want to look like.
When is too much too much? And when is too little too little?
To be honest, like, it really depends on the individual, because like too much, this could be like, I don't know, too much for you, but it's not too much for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking about my face. What I have on my face, it may be too much for
You're
you.
basically like, I'm too much.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm too much for you.
Yeah, so it really depends on the individual. Like, sometimes when I look at some people, I'm just like, okay, I don't think like a full glam would necessarily bring out your beauty, if that makes sense. I feel like if you like maybe tone it down a little bit, I feel like it'll be able to bring out what it needs to bring out. So, but then again, like, there's no like rule to it. Like, if you feel like
this will come out in your trial with the bride. And
with the
wouldn't
brides,
it?
So
talk us through what happens when they contact you. What do you do?
So when a bride contacts me, they first of all ask like, okay, this is the date of my wedding. This is what I'd like. Are you available? Do you have any packages available?
Yeah, and
as well?
book these makeup artists really
Yes.
quickly. Yes, they are
Yes.
in demand. I'm seeing so many posts out there saying, I need a makeup artist, because I think they've tried to do it, with the girls' world, and then realise that they can't do it, and they
Like, honestly,
Yeah, that's what everyone's done.
so with that,
asking for a friend.
So when they reach out to me and basically tell me everything, I then go back to them with basically my price, my bridal brochure, which I created by myself, and it's like 20 pages long. And it literally has everything, because
You can tell you're a graphic designer.
Yeah, because honestly, one thing about me is like, if I'm coming to you, and I need to, and I want information, just give me something that has everything, where I just don't have any questions. I even have a frequently asked questions section in that brochure as well. Yeah. So anyways, I send that to them, and then they go off and.
But do they read it?
Well,
we have it in the boutique, and ours is only 2 pages. It's back and front, and we still get the emails going, what do I do next? You know, we you know, and I think, you know, there is so much going on in the wedding that they just forget to read the bits.
You're like,
and pieces.
refer to page 18.
Yeah, literally, I'll be like, as per 18 says, I'm joking.
Paragraph.
But if they had like if they have any like questions,
Yeah.
like, you know, let's say they don't read the brochure, so I'll like, you know, answer it for them, and like it's fine. But most of the time they actually like, you know, look through the part that they're interested in, like if it's like white wedding makeup, or if it's traditional like, you know, makeup or registry makeup, also they'll just go to that page and be like, okay, cool. If they want to go ahead, then they will let me know, and I'll ask them, would you like a bridal trial? Because at times, like, one thing you don't want to do as a makeup artist is make a bride cry on her wedding day. So that's why I always suggest a bridal trial.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of makeup artists, I
don't know
know
why you wouldn't
they
want a trial.
they will not actually take the booking unless they've had a trial first.
Yes, I think that's
You know, and it's not a money making thing. You know, there's nothing worse if you know, because what they tell you and what they want are two different things when they see it in real life, and I know that because it happened to me. You know, so thank God I had my trial. Or else I would have walked up the aisle looking like my mother. You know, you know.
Not the mother. So that's why I always like, you know, encourage doing a bridal trial. But I have had scenarios where they have not booked a bridal trial, and we've just had to wing it on the day. And
why have they not done it though?
I feel like because they've seen your work and they just trust you.
Yeah.
Like it could be two reasons. It could be finances, and then it could be that I've seen your work and I trust you do an excellent job, and I have no worries.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So
because a lot of people think it is a money making thing, the trial and thing, but you're still working on that trial, so you should be paid. But it's important to have that trial to know.
And you could time it with a night out as well. So
exactly.
That's what I do.
Well, our girls, I suggest with our girls, go and have your makeup trial and come in for your accessory appointment. So you know they've had the hair. Yeah, the hair and makeup and everything. They come in. I love it on a Saturday because you know it's normally a Saturday because they come in. They've got all their ringlets in and stuff like that. You know, do you not call it ringlets now? What is it?
I like curls.
Curls.
People who look like Bridgerton brides.
Yeah.
Coming in their bonnets,
like, you know, nice girls just to add to the list. Well, you know what's so funny? The brides I've had, they've actually never done that. That's actually a smart idea, where they'll come to a bridal trial, but nothing will be done. Like their hair's not done, nothing. It's just I just want to see how the makeup looks, and that's it.
Or for the hen do.
Time it in for an event.
And also, I think it's one of my top tips is literally have that. You have to have your trial because you may become allergic or have a reaction to the makeup that you're using, and you know, use it for your hen do, or your like fake tans and stuff like that. That's your trial day. You know,
like, test it out. Test that the makeup actually will last me from morning till night.
Can they provide their own makeup to you?
1000%, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 1000%. You'll provide your own makeup, but I feel like it's part of the whole experience. Like you don't want to now be bringing your own makeup.
Yeah,
you know.
And we've seen the kit that you've got out there. Oh my god, she was like moth to a flame. I lost her at the doors because we were running late. We were like
staring at.
Because there's so many people, there's so many skin tones out there, so many undertones. Like so you just need to make sure that you're ready.
So talk us through the difference of makeup for different skin tones. You know, you've brushed on, you know, white skin will be different.
I've already asked as well about not on here, it was earlier, about like how many different foundations when we mix and blend.
Yeah, so with the process, to be honest, the process doesn't really change depending on the skin tone.
Because the questions I'm getting asked by brides going, you know, that they don't use makeup at all, so they're panicking because their skin tone is different to what's available on the high street. It's readily on high street, so they don't know what to apply.
Yeah, so I feel like the process still remains the same of like, you know, making sure that you prep your skin.
We're talking moisturiser.
Yeah, moisturising, prime. Hydrating primers, mattifying primers depending on your, you know, skin type, then foundation, concealer, contour, like, you know, and then
how many layers are on your skin at the end of it of products?
Quite a few. There's quite a few products. I would say probably I use at least on one person over 10 products on your skin. But that's to do different things. Like there's different stages. That's why makeup, like, it takes quite some time. Well,
so not everybody can do makeup.
Yeah,
but professionally.
Yeah,
like you with like foundation being like 1, 2, like the bottle's gone.
It will be do that. And I've said this before, you know, and at the end of it, I just want to scrape my face off, you know, because I've obviously not applied it properly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, but, you know, it may not, well, that could contribute to it, but something that also contributes to it, because I've heard some people say this when I do makeup on them, they're just like, I love the fact that I can't feel that I have makeup on my face.
Well, yeah, that's when I've had
Yeah.
my makeup done. It's you don't feel like you've got anything on your face, and I remember it lasted me from first thing in the morning. I think I slept in it because I was,
dirty girl.
I was drunk.
I do that every
And it was a
night.
wedding.
I know.
I'd never do it now, but this was when like my skin was like, and and it was still on. I reckon I could have got about 3 days out of that face.
I would got your money's worth. I know. I got your money's worth.
Yeah.
Gosh, so we interrupted you on the difference skin.
So skin prep's the same.
Yeah, so everything is still the same, but then for some people, depending on if the person is younger or more mature,
Right.
you have to now switch up the products because.
Why?
Okay, so for example,
Lines.
I may use.
Creases.
Yeah, crease. So for example, like
Don't be polite. We need everything.
Okay. So for someone who's like more mature, I
me.
wouldn't use don't you still look good. I wouldn't use like a thick concealer on them, because what it will do, it will literally create more lines on your face, and it will start to now crease and just look harsh.
Sharon's like,
yeah.
oh, I know when I do this.
I bought the Trini stuff that goes in the thing. It doesn't work.
Yeah, so you like
Sorry,
what
sorry
I
Trini.
Trini.
Message
did not
me.
mean it?
I'm probably doing it wrong, but it's like putty. It does not work.
She makes it look good.
But do you use your fingers to?
Yeah. She uses her fingers.
Yeah, I have seen the video. She like
Yes.
puts it in.
You know what, some people actually do, and actually works for them. So if, like I already said, if it works for
If
you,
Trini
then...
uses her fingers, then I'm going to use my fingers.
Okay, fine. If it works for you, then go ahead. Go ahead.
Someone just watched the video.
So for someone who has a more mature skin, I wouldn't use a heavy concealer only because the fine lines will start to actually come through. So what I would do is use a light coverage concealer, and I wouldn't put too much product. For mature skin, you never want to put so much products on their face. Whereas someone like, you know, who's more on the younger side, like they could get away with putting like, you know, heavy concealer on their face, and
why is that?
Because they haven't got lines and wrinkles.
Yeah, I think it's to do with like, you know, the
So
wrinkles.
Is it
the wrinkles?
The porous.
Yeah, but it probably could be that. Again, like you said, with the whole like, you know, skin wrinkles and etc. But
I think also, you know, I am in menopause, but I find, and I've been quite lucky that I've not had all those symptoms. But I know that sometimes when I do get a bit hot, you know, I feel that it's slipping off my face. It probably is. I feel this, you know, like this cartoon character coming off, and it'll be on my front, you know. But it's that feeling that it's melting.
How hot do you get?
Yeah, like literally.
You wait, woman. I tell you.
Yeah, no, it's understandable. It happens at times, but then there's products to control that.
Okay.
So
what would be your recommendation for an older lady? Because a lot of our mums will ask us these questions.
What in terms of
prepping the skin?
I would definitely, regardless of your age, I'll always tell people to use hydrating items. So it could be like hydrating creams, hydrating primers. So a really good one would be like, you know, Charlotte Tilbury's one. And what's this people? Milk hydro.
Yes, I've got one of them coming.
Yeah, so hydro.
Now she wonders why she's got no money.
Yeah, because makeup can be expensive.
I'm feeling an advance coming on here.
After this, that's someone's skin.
Yeah, because makeup is expensive. So I would say like, you know, definitely stick to products that give you like a light coverage, light to medium coverage.
Right, okay.
On
you
your
don't
face.
want heavy makeup, basically.
Yeah, because again, it'll just look cakey, and as time starts to go by, because it will start to like, you know, oxidize, and as time starts to go by, it'll just, you don't want to be looking cracky. Like, you don't want to be
Have you met me?
You don't want to be looking cracky. You just don't want to be looking like...
I'm cracky on the inside, I don't need to be cracky on the outside.
Because that's just literally how I just see it, because with makeup, you want it to bring out like... I don't know, like just your beauty. Like it shouldn't like change you. Even though I said for my wedding I'm gonna look different, but it shouldn't like change
so
you.
different.
I know that prepping is important. From when Gemma did my makeup, literally 3 months before, she went, "You need to start using foundation, moisturiser.
You need some foundation on that face."
Well, she was that as well. But also, you know, if you don't wear makeup, advisable to start wearing makeup to get used.
You can start off with like a tint, like a skin tint.
Yeah.
If you feel like you're not too comfortable with like, you know, a whole foundation. So skin tint is like, it will still look like your skin, but it will look like more, very, very light, and it'll make your skin look like more smooth.
Yeah. So if you don't wear makeup normally, then start wearing it in little bits.
Yeah,
so
a little bit. Used to it. Yeah, you can start with a skin tint.
On the day you'll be scratching.
Exactly. Yeah. So maybe a skin tint or just one pump of like foundation.
What's your favourite tinted moisturiser? Would you say is a good all rounder?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, none.
I don't even use tinted what do you call it, foundation, I mean moisturizer. Yeah. What I would use, like if I wanted it to appear less, is I'll just mix an actual foundation with a moisturizer, because it literally like just makes it less heavy.
That's a good idea.
Do you?
Point.
She goes like this. Foundation, moisturiser.
1 point to Sharon. Yes.
I do. I literally put it on and
do you put one on that hand, one on the other, and go like that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sharon, please. I'm taking your point back.
I think I've just blown his ears off by screeching like that. No, literally mix it all in, you know, and then just, you know,
so
like soap, you know. No.
Oh my god,
okay.
soap. She makes a paste.
So, what's your favourite? Oh, well, you've done that makeup products, haven't you?
No, this, because we both struggle with this.
Oh yeah, that's big time. Go on.
Right, watery eyes. I have it. My mum has it. My sister has it. You have it. I think I've given it to you. I've worked out what my trick is.
So optician said, and it does work, but again, you don't want to be doing it on day. Is because you've got no moisture in your eyes, so your eyes are making moisture, and it's different temperatures now. But it's to put eye drops in, but you can't do that on the day, because what I find, makeup just comes off.
Yeah, but you have to do it before then.
Yeah. So is your question how to control the watery eye or how to fix a watery eye?
Yes.
Bit of both, because I've kind of worked my thing out now. I know if I do like inner eyeliner, that's it, game over. Can't, eyes will stream.
Sorry.
I thought I got islands in the stream.
So not in tune as well.
The Dolly Parton.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the words, I'd have no idea what song it was. How to fix it, because I used to find I'd go have like all crust up here, so I think I've got a little bit now, and then I'd have like literally just a big white patch there. Yeah,
okay. So my tips would be this. When it comes to watery eye, let your eyes keep on running. Like literally, do not touch it. Like, I know it literally sounds like I'm telling you to do the opposite.
Yeah.
You have to allow your eyes to water as much as they can before you fix it, because what will happen is if you start fixing it whilst your eye is still watering, you're actually doing more damage to the makeup, because what will be happening is that the makeup will be coming off, and it's kind of like you're trying to apply more makeup but it's coming off at the same time. You're just gonna get frustrated and just gonna be in a roundabout situation for like 30 minutes.
It does. So
eventually your eyes will calm down, so you just have to give it a few minutes. Let your eyes calm down.
I get a little sore bit here.
Yeah, and if you keep on adding more product, you will see it will just not look nice and flawless. So with that, I would say let your eyes water.
No dabbing.
No, just do not touch it. Like do
I'm
not touch
such
it.
a
Just
dabber.
let your eyes water. If it's going down, I guess you can use like, you know, tissue to just softly like, you know, pat it also.
Q-tip.
Yeah, Q-tip to just like, you know, get the inner corners and so.
Yeah.
So yes, this is what I do. And once I realize, and I will tell the bride or like, you know, the client and say that, okay, does your eye still feel irritated? Does it still feel wet? And if they say no, I'll be like, okay, cool, perfect. That's when I'll now go in, because let's just say like I've put on foundation and all here, like let's say the foundation and the products have all gone. I will then go back in and put the original foundation that I basically used, put it on those areas, and then I'll put the concealer back in those areas, wait for a few minutes for it to get a little bit like hard, blend it out, and then put the setting powder, and literally it will literally look like a new face.
Because it's bad. I mean, I'll do my makeup, quickly nip the dog out, and you know, I'm walking through the streets like I've had a bad breakup. Because it's just streaming.
Now we'll be like, Sharon, you okay? Yeah, I'm just letting it all come out, and then I'm gonna go
now
in.
it's all going to be.
But if you're out and your makeup artist has already gone and it's just you, make sure you just have tissue and just try your best not to allow the water
kind of
to
catch
drop.
it.
Yeah. The only reason I said that, let it run, that's only if your makeup artist is still in the process of doing your makeup.
Right.
That's,
okay.
Yeah, that's when you should let it run. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you're by yourself,
on Saturday,
if you're by yourself, I'm not saying like go out on the streets and just let your eyes just be running. And
well, I do already. I look like I'm walking through the streets having a bad breakup, and the makeup's coming down the face, and it's
sweating, it's dripping off because the menopause is happening.
Oh wow.
She's just some hot mess.
So with that, just try your best to have tissue, and just before it goes down, you just catch it or where your waterline is.
And what's your top tip for? Obviously, we're talking weddings and people cry. Is there a top tip for like topping up, or because they will be using tissues and that,
For topping up, what I would suggest, because sometimes brides, they will book the makeup artist to stay with them, and sometimes they won't. So if you're a bride that doesn't book a makeup artist to stay with you, I always tell them that make sure you have Q-tip, tissue, powder, and a brush.
Right.
And this can be allocated to the maid of honor or chief bridesmaid.
Okay.
Also, could be the responsibility of them. And so as soon as let's say the bride's out crying, because weddings can be emotional, speeches, and so if you see the bride cry and let's say her makeup runs down, powder does help, but it doesn't help as much as when you put the foundation and the concealer and the 10 powder.
Layers.
So basically.
Yeah. When I had my makeup done, she gave me a little sponge with a little bit of the foundation on, and then a little lip brush with the lipstick on, and then
a little touch up kit, and so. But that's really good actually.
Is there a difference between bridesmaids makeup, mother of the bride, and bride's makeup?
Well, mother of the bride will be cracky, potentially. So that's going to be different.
I would say, again, the process slightly still remains the same. I feel like more work goes into the bride's makeup in terms of prepping of the skin, and probably putting under eye patches, and then like a face mask. Some makeup artists will do that, gives the bride a whole experience. And then maybe some of the products that you use, maybe more high-end products on the bride. And depending on what the bride wants, the bride could go for, I don't know, a soft glam or like a full glam or so. But then I wouldn't, this could sound so rude, I would put effort into the bridesmaid's makeup and the mum of the bridal groom's makeup, but probably not as much. As the bride, much as the bride.
Well, you don't want the bridesmaids to outshine the bride.
That would never happen though. I feel like when people say that, I just feel like that just never happens, because everyone is there literally for the bride. So I don't know, I just feel like...
Not always, but
Oh, okay. Okay, well, they're for the bride and groom. Will
you do groom's makeup?
No, not. Well, I would. If they ask
it is becoming a bit of a thing now. I met my husband. He was using concealer.
Yeah, some people do it. Just do a quick male grooming on them. Yeah, and it takes 15 minutes to do.
Yeah, well, I don't know how you've not met my husband.
So just depending on the person.
Yeah, but it is big. I know boys are asking more and more now because they're spending all this money on high production on the photos and videos and stuff like that. So they also want to look good too.
Exactly. So if they do it for TV and film, so why can't I do it for my makeup? I mean, for my wedding.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah.
Any challenges that you've had along the way or that you've had to overcome, and how did you do it? Do we need our coffee?
No. Let me spill some tea.
Yes, spill some tea.
Challenges. You know what? You would think that one of my challenges would be maybe working with people, but that hasn't actually been...
It's managing people's expectations, because what they ask for, what they want.
No, honestly, thankfully, I've actually had nice people. So, and that whole expectation thing, I feel like I make sure I ask the right questions when it comes to my brides, so that I know I'm meeting expectations. So I feel like the challenges comes more within myself in terms of maybe comparison, where sometimes and I guess every business owner, not every, but maybe there's a stage in your life where you felt oh my gosh, I'm actually really good enough to do this, other people are doing so well, and just trying to kind of defeat or beat those kind of negative thoughts that come. So I feel when it comes to challenges, those are the main things that have come. But in terms of people, I feel I've been really blessed to have people who are very respectful and nice. I feel like I've really had like 2 negative experiences that I'm just like, no,
Like
3.
what?
Oh,
Guess one.
You're like, oh, I forgot the third.
Which one?
Don't have to name names.
Oh, no way! Would have to cut that out. Okay, so there was one. Okay, so there was one incident where the bride. So I was doing the bride's makeup, but then the person that booked me was not the bride. It was the event planner that basically booked me for this job.
Right. Okay.
So
you'd met the bride before the wedding?
No. The first time I met her was literally on the day.
Shit.
Yeah, that was the first time I met her.
Don't do that, please.
That was the first time I met her, but then the event planner, me and her were like, talking back and forth. She was on the book to me, and she was basically the middleman. So we realized later on that there was just like a lot of lies that the bride was basically giving. Like, she was trying to present herself as this wealthy kind of rich person, but when it came to the day, there was just a lot that happened, to the point where the event planner and the bride almost got in a physical fight. Like, I was literally in the middle of doing her makeup, and then all I see is the event planner. All I see is the event planner just totally flip and went this close to the bride's face and was shouting at her, and the bride was also shouting back at her. So I was just like my mouth was just like here. So we waited like 30 minutes.
Were you doing her makeup when this was happening?
No, because she stood up by this time.
Okay.
Yeah,
you're like, brush us down, girls.
Yeah, I was just like,
So you'd finished the makeup?
No, we hadn't.
Hadn't started?
There were so many things happening, and we were all finding it out on the actual day.
Right.
And it was just so messy. And I think I said to myself, never in my life am I going to put myself in a situation like this ever again.
What happened in the end?
What happened in the end?
How many police cars were there?
Well, no, they didn't threaten to call the police. But what happened in the end? They eventually got married, but then I feel like a lot of the vendors, weren't paid. That's what we found out after. I made sure I was paid.
Were you paid?
Yeah, I was paid. Yeah, I was not playing.
You're not messing with you.
Yeah, I was not playing. I said that you will not see me if that money.
I'd have a makeup wipe in my hand, be like, now.
No, I wouldn't have gone. I promise you, I actually wouldn't have gone to the booking. I'll be like, no, because that's how some people will take advantage and just be like, oh yeah, I'll pay you later and stuff, and then you just never hear from them again.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, no, that's why I always make sure that payment is sorted before the actual day, just to avoid all that commission. Yeah. But anyway, what happened at the end was the event planner was also the decor person. So the event planner, because she didn't get her full balance, so she didn't do anything.
Up.
Yeah, she didn't do anything. Yeah, yeah, she went to the reception to go to try and ruin it. It was that day. It was like a movie.
Oh, top tip: don't piss off your wedding planner.
Yeah,
pay them.
Literally. Make sure you pay your vendors, please. Make sure you pay your vendors because and it's just not nice. Like if you genuinely cannot afford someone to do a job, then just find someone that can meet your budget.
Yeah,
simple,
yeah.
You know,
live within your means.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Live within.
A lot of game playing going on there.
Yeah.
And that brings me into our game.
Okay.
So we have another game.
Sliding that in.
And look at that. I'm getting good at this. This is our 6-month anniversary, actually. So this is, honestly, here we go. Right. So give this, have you seen it? So you give it a spin.
Okay.
And then we get to ask you a question.
Oh, what's your pet hate?
Oh, where's the popcorn? In your industry, what is your pet hate?
Something that gets your back up.
I'm trying to think of that. I actually have quite a few.
You give us 2.
Okay, I think the first one would be unorganization. Disorganization. Is it? No, disorganization. Yeah, I think that's the term. Yeah.
Sorry, it's something that happens on the sofa that makes you forget.
Yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. My English. Yeah, when someone.
So when you're not organised.
Yeah.
And we get this a lot with the suppliers. They all say the same because they've got their timings. You got your timings.
Yeah. And it's just sometimes you go to a booking and it's the bridesmaids are still sleeping. Why are you still sleeping?
So this is actually one of my questions, not my questions, but because I know the answer to this. For a 2:00 wedding,
okay,
what time do you want to see the bride and what time do you want to see the bridesmaids?
Okay, so, it depends on the number of people I'm doing. So how many bridesmaids are there?
4.
And there's 1 bride?
Yeah.
Okay,
There could be 2 brides.
Okay, so 1 bride. Okay, so I would now work back. Okay, so 2:00 they have to be at the venue.
Yeah, they're getting married at 2:00.
Okay, they're getting married
at the venue. There'll be half an hour before that. They'll be having a talk with the you know, the registrars before they get married. So 1:30, you need to be finished. Well, actually, you need to be finished by 1 o'clock because they need little photos before they walk down the aisle.
Okay, so let's just say 1 o'clock then. Yeah, let's say 12:30, 1 o'clock. Then I would start literally at 6 a.m. Yeah.
Would you start on the bridesmaids first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll start on the bride. But then I'm nice though. Once, because obviously it's very early to like, you know, wake up, and I know like from 6 a.m. all the way to like 12 or 1 o'clock, you know, things could happen to your makeup. You'd have eaten, and so what I do is at the end I'd give you a nice touch up.
Yeah.
So yeah, for the bridesmaids anyway.
Yeah, it's an 18-hour day.
Yeah.
For a wedding, you know, for those poor girls. Yeah. So you have to get up early. So be mindful when you book your timings. A lot of people are going for the 4 o'clock now. You know, 3-4 o'clock rather than early. So if you're having a wedding at midday, that's a 4 o'clock start.
I'm still experiencing the early morning bookings. People I'm still getting married in the morning. So
I love the Australian weddings. I was listening to a podcast, and their weddings tend to finish at 10:30.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why. I need to find out why. But yeah, 10:30 is when literally that's it. You know, carriages are home.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, I have to find out why. But they start their weddings way early.
Oh,
that's probably why then.
Wait, exactly. Yeah, I'm tired.
I want to go home. So you have brought your lovely cousin in with you, and you're going to do us a little bit of a makeup trial.
Yeah.
A trial? A talk?
Demo.
Yeah, quickly, demo.
Perfect. So you've already prepped her.
I've done her eyes and her brows and the foundation, so I'll build from there.
Perfect. Lovely. Right. Let's get you a chair in. Let's get your cousin in.
Thank you. Tyler, come on in.
Come on down.
So welcome back. We have had a break. Yeah.
So we're going to do some makeup. So you've brought your lovely cousin with you. Punching you here. So just talk us through what you've already done, because we've only got like a little slot here to do the rest.
Yes. Okay. So what I've done already is I have done her eyebrows, just lightly filled them in.
What did you use?
I used a brow pencil from a hair shop.
A hair shop?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I used.
Why have you done that?
Oh, it's just one of my favourite products.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just it's just
Does it last longer? Or?
Yeah, it will last the whole day. Yeah, but the one that I normally use is Benefit though. But then the colour that I need, it's not available at the moment. So I had to opt in for my backups.
What's your backup?
Oh, which is this?
The one from the hair shop?
Yeah, the one from the hair shop. Yeah, it's called Vital from the hair shop. So it's like a dark brown.
So what do you use it for colouring in?
Yeah, just to fill in her eyebrows.
Colouring in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just to lightly fill in her eyebrows because they're a bit like, you know, sparse on the outer.
Yeah, but I'm thinking hair. What are you using that on hair?
Oh no, like a hair shop. So I don't know how to explain it. So in my area, we have these hair shops that sell different things like hair products, gels, extensions, just different things, and they sell makeup as well.
So it is for eyebrows?
Yeah, so eyebrows, yeah.
Oh, the hair on your eyebrows!
No,
like a local store.
It's like a local store, like a local, so that's what we call it. It's called a hair shop, but then they sell like makeup products as well.
Right, okay, so you did that, right?
So that's for the colouring in.
Colouring.
So I've just filled in the areas that I basically had gaps. Just made her eyebrows look a little bit more prominent.
Okay.
I've started doing the eyeshadow, but what I normally do is I start with the eyes, but then I go back in later on to finish the eyes. But because we don't have enough time to finish it,
perfect.
This is what you're gonna see.
No foundation on the eyelids.
No, I put concealer. Yeah,
concealer.
Yeah,
fine.
So I put concealer,
perfect. I'm learning. I'm picking up.
Yes.
Okay.
So I put concealer first, and I locked it in with a powder.
Right.
To just so that it won't crease.
Yeah.
So you can see that, you know, she's been blinking 10 million times, and it's not gonna crease. It's not, her real skin is not gonna come out or anything like that. And then I've put on just some drugstore, you know, affordable lashes on her.
Drugs then. Cuts.
No.
that tube.
No, you're not that cheap.
I love that you're like, she's been blinking and blinking. I'm thinking, oh, she probably is if she's on drugs.
Listen. So, but normally I use tatty lashes, you know.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, because I have them right there.
Yes.
But because I was going to change her lashes because I felt like, you know, more fluffy lashes may suit this. But because of time, we're just going to leave these
well, they look
Amazon lashes.
Right, well, shut up now. You carry on. Okay. You talk us through what you're doing.
So now, so I put the foundation on her skin, but I haven't like locked anything in.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go back in with my foundation that I've already used.
Okay.
And the beauty blender that's already been used. So
And is that just the foundation, or have you mixed that with anything else?
No, just the foundation.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just mixed two NARS foundations to basically get her skin colour.
Okay.
So
What's your favourite foundation make?
My favourite foundation right now is NARS. I can't lie to you.
Okay.
Yeah, NARS
favourite.
is my favourite
Why?
foundation because it gives you that
I'm like a
nice.
2-year-old. Sorry, why?
Honestly, you
fine.
are. Sharon, you're literally just...
It gives you like that nice skin-like radiant
Okay.
finishing touch.
Fine.
Yeah. So that's what I would say. That's the reason why I like it anyway. So I use it for, like, you see in my makeup kit that you have a lot of, see a lot of NARS there.
Okay.
So I'm happy with what I see right now.
Okay.
And just to let you know, when it comes to my makeup process, it gets worse before it gets better.
Okay. Oh.
So, yes. Okay. So I've now, like, blended everything into her skin. And when I match the foundation, I always match it to the chest area.
Right.
Yes.
I never really match it to the neck.
See,
area.
I have this area here. I don't know whether you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, John laughs at it because of my turkey neck.
Oh.
But this
What is it? Pigmentation?
I think it's from obviously instead of Indian, so I have that pigmentation.
Mm-hmm.
And this bit always stays this colour, even when I tan. Everything tans around it.
Good foundation on it.
See,
and
would
blend
you?
it in.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do that
See,
in
we do
seconds.
that.
Oh, let me do it next week.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can put you can
you
drag
can-
your foundation down to your
Yeah.
neck if you wanna
Right. Fine.
not like.
So that's a tip. Match from here to
Yes.
here. Okay.
Mhm. So so you're not matching your face to your neck. It's
So
always
when
to your
you're going
chest.
into, you keep going.
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah.
When you're going in to choose a new foundation, you should be choosing it for this, not for this. Because you put it on your hand, don't you?
Yeah, some people put on their
legs.
hands, but I prefer the chest because
Fine.
because when you go out, you don't want to look like a is it airhead? I don't know, I don't know where it's like your head is like separate from your body.
Yes.
If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
look up
yeah,
for me.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
open your eyes. Yeah.
Do you two fight?
Yes.
Who's the eldest?
Me.
Is she a bossy sister?
No, not really. I always beat her.
And
She is.
she does
She's
not beat
always
me
the
up.
youngest.
She does not beat me up.
So you're cousins, not, but you're more like sisters, though. As you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think because my personality is so great, she's obsessed with me.
No amount of makeup is moving that way. That way.
Literally. So because I'm such a great person.
Okay, so are you using a different foundation now?
No, this is now concealer. that I'm
okay.
using, but I'm using a concealer that's close to her skin tone first
Fine.
to basically like
Even up the.
No, now I'm gonna create structure to her face now.
Oh, okay.
So I go in with a concealer first of all that's close to her skin.
Perfect.
And then I'll blend that in, and then I'll go in with now a lighter concealer just to make her the under eye area look more.
I love that you're
highlighted.
doing this really quick. You've got 5 more minutes.
Yes. So if you look up
And
to
you can do
QVC.
but you can do makeup really quickly.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah, it just depends and stuff.
I think if you take your time, then it's going to last longer. So
You know what? Sometimes I don't think it even matters because sometimes if you take longer versus if you rush, it still will do the same thing. So,
Yeah.
I find the more time you have as well, the more you can overdo it or make mistakes. But
Exactly.
when you're in a rush, you're like, shit, I actually look alright.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So sometimes my makeup turns out good when I basically.
and what's this now?
This is.
powder.
I don't know. This
I'm
is actually.
asking you. Asking
This
our
is now
expert.
contour. So I'm just so again, remember I'm creating dimension to her face. So with concealer, you want to go 1 to 2 shades lighter than the person's skin tone,
Right.
and with contour, you want to go to 1 to 2 shades darker than the person's skin tone.
Okay.
So I'm creating a shadow on her face
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So it makes you look like...
So it gives you the appearance of having a more structured face.
Oh.
So
I'd love to
And
see
somebody
you try
like-
and do this, Sharon. She's going into battle.
So, like with me, I've got like massive cheekbones. No matter what I do, I can't get rid of them. Would I do this for big cheekbones or?
yeah, everyone can do it. Yeah, literally, just creates more dimension to your
Okay.
face and gives the appearance of a slimmer face, if that makes sense.
Okay. Is that what you do? Okay.
Yeah, so that's what it does. So you just add it to the nose to give the appearance of like a nice slimmer nose as well. And then at this stage, I then use a spray, Charlotte Tilbury.
Yeah.
And I just spray it in again. I want to bring hydration back to the skin. Because of time, I'm not going to wait for the concealer to get tacky. But so I'm just going to blend it straight away.
Okay.
So I just used a beauty blender that's
Okay.
a little bit wet. Because it just makes everything blend so much better.
Just a tiny
Yeah,
bit
wet
wet,
mine.
not yeah.
Yeah, so not dripping. Let me look up for me. Yeah, not
Smells
dripping.
like in a bucket.
I should do a TikTok with me trying to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, not dripping. And you'll see, can you look up?
Oh my god, it's amazing.
And you'll see, like, you know, her skin will, you know, will be coming together. So first of all, I blend in the concealer.
Yeah.
And you can see, like, her skin tone, like, it's not changing. Can you turn that way for me? You can see her skin tone is not changing. Her skin tone doesn't change at all. Everything still remains the same.
Yeah.
And it's just creating...
So while you're doing this, talk about prices.
For...
Bride.
Okay, so what a bride should typically be looking at when it comes to booking.
Yeah. I know it will change depending on what they want and stuff. But just a rough guide.
I would say, as a rough guide, if brides are looking to book, like, you know, for their white wedding and a trial, I would say that they'll be budgeting around like £400.
Right. Okay.
And that excludes, like, you know, stuff like travel and stuff. And so,
Does that include their trial?
yeah, that includes a trial. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's brilliant. Okay.
Yeah, so they should be looking.
Finding more
roughly.
makeup artists are doing that now rather than just doing trial one price, and that's to make sure that they get the trial.
Trial, yeah, exactly.
Because it will always come back at you if they go, oh, I didn't like it on the day. Well, you didn't have your trial.
Exactly. So I'm just like, no, the trial is there for.
And will makeup vary for destination weddings? Do you do destination weddings?
Yeah, I do actually. Well, yeah, I'm available to do destination wedding. I'd love to get into that. So yeah.
And what would be the difference between sort of our weddings here in the UK to destination weddings if there's heat?
Yeah, so in terms of that, like, the products I'll use will still be the same, but then I'll put more effort. So I'll change the products a little bit so that the products that I use will be able to withstand basically the heat, so that the person won't be like dripping in sweat. If that makes sense.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So it won't.
Yeah.
Won't be on their chest like me.
Yeah. So, but then in terms of pricing, everything is still the same. The only thing that's different is that obviously it will be the responsibility of the bride to pay for the the flights, the accommodation.
To get you there, yeah, exactly. Well, I think that's standard practice anyway. Yeah. And how much would it be like for bridesmaids?
Bridesmaids would be... How much is it actually? Bridesmaids is, if there's at least... Because it only makes sense to travel for a booking if there's at least like quite a number of people. Yeah. So it starts off, if there's 3 bridesmaids, it would be £75 per person.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's
good.
What,
that's
what
really good. You'd pay that for just like a normal experience day, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So that's what. Yeah.
Top tip for I know. That's why I'm being quiet.
Are you still awake?
I'm just enjoying the whole conversation. And I'm trying to be a good nurse, just staying calm.
Now you're married.
Yes, I am.
What was your wedding makeup like?
I felt like I didn't sleep throughout, so I had so much on that eye bag. So it was so bad that the makeup artist had to do a lot to conceal it and make sure that I still look good. But it was very beautiful.
Yeah, she looks really nice.
Yeah, it was very beautiful. She used all the best products in the market for me.
And where was your wedding?
It was in Nigeria.
So weather-wise, would you have used a different makeup to makeup here?
Not really, not essentially, because I think as at that time it was like summer, so it was still like a bit warm, and it was an indoor event. So
did you have aircon?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, so it was very nice. I loved it.
Oh, fantastic! Right, where can we find you?
You can. Me or
you?
Me? Back
to you. She's even got a mic on. I don't know whether we can pick you up or not.
You can find me on Instagram. My name is basically my first and surname, which is Christiana Adekunle.
Yeah.
And on there, you're able to call me or email me.
Yeah.
To book me.
You're so good at coming back as well.
I know. Yes. But I'm trying to get into Facebook as well. But for now, it's just Instagram.
Yeah.
So
I like both. I was going to say middle for diddle. I don't know whether that's right or not.
And this is just like, look up. This is just one thing I also do, where once the concealer is on, you have to lock it in with a setting, with like a powder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got this.
So
Perfect.
I used a powder first that was close to her skin tone, and now I'm just brightening up the areas where I put the...
Yeah, I used to have the powder. I talked about Bobby... me meeting Bobby Brown that time.
Yeah.
And she gave me literally a whole pack to take away with me.
Oh, gosh. So lucky.
I have actually still got the concealer stick that she gave me.
I was gonna say, I bet you've still got it.
I know, it's about 15 years old now.
Yeah, put that.
Put it that way, okay. Right, so no put makeup on the car with my fingers and throw off. How long should we keep our makeup?
It's just for the day, like however long you
No,
need.
makeup in general.
Oh, you have to look at there's like there's actually an expiry.
There is an expiry date?
Yep, I know.
No.
Not a lot of people do.
You didn't know
I go through
that.
mine before it even runs out.
Listen, I've still got my Princess Diana blue eyeliner.
Oh my lord.
Back in the day, you know.
Yeah, not a lot of people know it, but it's like a very small icon on each product, and it looks like a not a bin, but like a circle and with the lid open, and it says like 12 or 18. That basically means the number of months.
But you forget when you bought it if you don't wear it, you know. So you need to put timestamps on it.
Exactly.
That is beautiful.
Oh, so good.
So we're rounding off now.
Okay, turn that way. That way. Yeah.
That is stunning. And what would you do for the lips?
For lips, I would do a nude lip. Do you want me to quickly show you?
Yeah. We've got a couple of minutes. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this is just a rust version. But yeah, for the lips,
I know because we were chatting too much. That's why we rushed you right at the end.
No, it's all right. So normally, what I'll do for someone that's like hair skin color is I'll just go in with a nice brown lip liner.
Yeah.
And not lip liner, but I'll just line her lips with a brown.
I've got this lip gloss, but mine's a different shade.
And would you say to keep to your, the lip tone that you would normally use for your wedding day, or would you change it up?
You can change it up if you want. It just depends on you. Some people are very adamant saying, "I love this lip liner. Please use this lip liner on me."
Yeah.
And some people, they're just like, as long as you give me a nice nude lip, then I'm okay.
Yeah. And then maybe in the evening, I like like it. What I'm seeing is that you change it up to like a red lipstick or a pink lipstick for the evening.
Yeah, you could. What's it called? Yeah, some people do that for their
red is hard to keep intact.
For their evening reception. For the evening reception, they normally do that, change it and make it look a little bit more.
I wish I had your eyelids.
Yeah, she has a lot of space on her eyelids.
Is there a top tip for hooded eyelids, by the way?
Oh yeah,
like me.
Yeah, there's a way you have to work on hooded eyelids, because when it comes to eyeshadow, you always have to remember to bring the eyeshadow above the eyelid. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, no, you just have. Yeah.
You have to make sure that as you're doing the makeup, the client is always looking at your face. So when they relax their eyes, so you can see where the eyelid is covering the eyeshadow, but you have to just kind of work above that eyelid.
Higher.
Yeah. We have to go higher.
Okay, perfect.
Basically.
Okay. Good. That was a couple of questions that we had in as well.
Yeah. So hooded eyes. It's a whole different process.
Perfect.
Are you gonna go out tonight now?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not taking you out.
Yeah, take her out.
No.
Anyway, we need to finish now. So, which camera, boss? Could you ask everybody to like, subscribe, and review?
Yes, so guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to like, subscribe, tune into this episode, share with your friends and family, and I hope you learned one or two things, from myself, and you can learn two things as well from Sharon. Yeah, what not to do with Sharon. But again, like I say, whatever works for you works for you. So be confident in that. But thank you.
That's the best one we've had. Thanks, guys, for rating and subscribing and all that sort of stuff. We're doing, again, fantastic. I think as of today, we're up to 750,000 views on our YouTube channel. So thank you. That is awesome. And we'll see you next week. Bye. Bye. Wait.